Alright. Let's get some jungle in. If this guy doesn't steal it from me. To be fair, I don't mind playing carry. I don't really mind any of the roles. I really love jungle. I do quite like mid lane, and I can do pretty much all the other ones. I don't really hardly ever play off lane, but I much prefer jungle because I love Khaimera. Such a fun player. I like to hack and slash. I've really been trying to work on my item sets, especially with Khaimera. Jungle in general, but especially with Khaimera. I am relatively new to MOBAs. I really don't have a ton of experience. And I didn't play Paragon. So since this has been out, like, this is all of my experience. So learning the item sets just takes time. There's so many items. So something that I try to do, and I encourage like other people to do if you're trying to learn either a new role or a person, is just to see what other people are using. Especially people who are dominating you, because a lot of my items I've changed. Recommended is pretty garbage. I mean, it's okay, right? You're sea level gameplay with those items, but you could just be doing so much better. So seeing if somebody's just killing it on the enemy team, look what they're using, because sometimes they'll be using something you had no idea about. So Crest. I know a lot of people really, really love Phoenix, and I have nothing against Phoenix. It definitely has its usefulness, especially if you're like a team fight, you get hit or killed, basically killed, and then the fight kind of moves along, and then you get brought back in, and sometimes you can secure some more kills. I just prefer that Ranger crest with a pacifier. I think it is so handy for Khai especially. So we'll start with Mutilator. Obviously get our short sword for that physical power. I used to build augmentation for my first item. I have since switched that up, and I always build Mutilator first. That plus 40 physical power, the Omnivamp, and the ability haste are super, super handy. Especially being strong, obviously, and getting your abilities quickly. The passives are... I've noticed Khai can be not that great health. I mean, he has a lot of health regen, obviously, but not as much health as a lot of other characters. So using that passive to sort of give you the... where it steals the 8% from them, and then also does more damage based on the enemy heroes. So having that, the passive from the Mutilator is really, really helpful in this early game. So I did my Q first, and then right click second. I feel like that's pretty standard. And I do use both of my smites. I know some people save them, and some people even save them towards the end. If I'm not worried about being contested like I am these first two camps, especially that first buff, nobody's coming by. Like, it is, I have seen maybe one time where somebody's coming by, but if nobody's coming by, especially because they don't have numbers on, like how Fangtooth does, I can't see where the damage is actually at, so I can't fully gauge. I don't want to waste my smite, so I much prefer to use it in the beginning, and then I just know it's ready. So we're gonna jump on Sevarog here. Secure the kill, nice and early. So grab this camp. So we have offlane clear, mid lane's clear. Duo lane is getting a lot of action right now. They seem pretty aggressive. That Richter and Drongo seem to be pushing our Bellica and Murdoch. So grab this. I love the ability haste, obviously. So we'll see where we're at after this. So pretty close to level 4. So I'm gonna steal his camp to hit that level 4 before I push into the other lanes. I might as well. Nobody's really in danger right now. Obviously I keep an eye out in case Grux decides to grab one of those lanes. And I like to leave one monster in their side of the jungle camps. Oh, okay. We're not doing that today. I probably shouldn't have right-clicked right on her. I really try to avoid that because it's kind of a waste to initiate a fight. It is a waste to initiate a fight, but she kind of surprised me, so it's just a bad habit. So we're gonna go back. Pretty close to 1200. I want this Bloodlust. I want that physical power and Omnivamp. Alright, so we're at 4. That Fangtooth's almost up. Might help Gideon here. We'll see how he handles this. She's under her tower, so it doesn't really do me anything or him anything for me to come in if she just sits under her tower. If she's low enough I can tower dive her, but it's kind of a waste. Duo lane seems to be having a lot of action, so I might give them a hand. Yeah, let's check that out. Yeah, they're backing up at least. Like I said, I try not to right click and leap onto people. At least to initiate. But I was trying to single out the Richter more than the Drongo. I probably could have continued to focus the Richter. Probably even could have killed him, but almost guaranteed that Drongo would have killed me. So sometimes it's just better to back up and make them reset. They're probably going to go back, heal, maybe get an item, at least take some pressure off of my duo lane. Fangtooth's up. I can solo this if my team doesn't decide to help me. Obviously I pinged it, see if they'll show up. Of course, they're amazing. We love a supportive team. Like I said, I can solo this. Obviously, I don't want to be contested by the other team, but they're all oblivious. So I like to get that pretty early. People, since I can do it at level 4 solo with Khaimera, people usually don't pay attention to Fangtooth that early because a lot of junglers can't solo it that early, at least. So keep getting some gold, really trying to get my items and leveled up as high as quickly as I can. I used to really prioritize the lanes, and it really is important to support your team, but if their jungler is good and they're stealing your camps and you're just so focused on lanes, you're just getting robbed of gold, can't get your items. And then you just ended up falling, and it's a slippery slope. It really sucks.
Enemy killing.
Okay. That Murdoch is struggling. He's died quite a few times. I think he might be the only person that's died, actually. Oh. Trying to run over. He's just gonna run from me. I'm not gonna chase him because I know Countess is gonna jump on me, and that's not gonna be a fun fight. But if they decide to come over, I have ult. Gideon's not here, so we'll try to just cover his tower until he gets back. He's on the way. I have a feeling they're gonna push though. Yeah. So I love to use Khaimera's ult under the tower. Big damage. Stuns them. They're stuck. Oop. Yeah, I need to walk away from that one. That poor duo lane. Well, Gideon did follow up on that Grux. I did get a big chunk of his health. There's just no way. So, try and get back. Need to buy that mutilator. Or at least, no. We don't have enough for the full mutilator. At least we have part of it. Yeah. Temporal Ripper. Not too far off from finishing up our first item, which is decent. So, going back to where I was. So obviously I got interrupted here, going back to my red buff. Keeping an eye on, obviously levels of the enemy team and where my teammates are at. This Murdoch cannot stay alive. Oh, they're just... I feel bad. It's always why I'm over on this side of the jungle. I feel bad for Bellica. I need to go help. But I don't... I'm gonna try and get over there. We'll see.
Enemy has been slain.
She's still holding on.
An enemy has fallen.
Gideon got Countess. That's great. Looks like, he's coming to support right now. So I'm going to focus Richter right now, since he's lowest, obviously. Right click on him. Increase damage. Try and ult and stun him, because obviously Drongo does a ton of damage. Nice. So that's the time, that's the only time that I really, I do have a bad habit of wanting to right click into a fight no matter what level or health that they're at. It's so important. I've been trying, and I'm doing better, but I'm trying to break the habit of not right clicking into a fight unless they're in that situation where they're less than, 40% health, because then that's when you get that extra buff. If I'm confident that jumping on them and maybe hitting a Q is gonna kill them right away, then I'll obviously leap onto them. But I try to save it, because if you have somebody who can get away from you, either blink or maybe a dash or just some sort of like movement ability, Khai needs to be obviously on top of them to do damage. So saving that for an instance where they might get away from you, yeah. So it's gonna come for Fangtooth, but obviously they're right there. They've gone missing. I'm gonna go for it. They might contest us. Hopefully. Yeah, I have them to back me up, so I'm not too worried about it. We'll get this down real quick. So it looks like, yeah, there's a Countess is here. Okay, there they are. There's the duo. So that we're probably gonna get into a fight right now. Oh.
An allied tower.
Okay, Bellica's pushing Richter. She's doing damage, but she's putting herself in a sticky situation. I don't want a team fight right now. Like, it doesn't make sense for us to go in a team fight. At least in my opinion.
Ally has been slain.
They just need to back up.
An ally has perished.
We're down. We're down by 3. We're down 2-3, not by 3. Down 2-3. It doesn't make sense for us to try and that. This is a situation where like I see Murdoch needs help, but I'm not gonna be able to take on 4 people as well. So it's one of those things where I just kind of have to let them have it.
An allied tower destroyed.
And I know everybody will play that differently, but I'd rather stay alive, get my item, and then be able to fully go through. And then I can get my pacifier right now, which is super nice, and then we'll start building Kingsbane. And I really like Kingsbane as second item. Sometimes I'll switch it between Ashbringer and Kingsbane. I've been really doing Kingsbane as second item this like last couple builds. Obviously the physical power, lifesteal, and then the crit chance. But then the passive of basic attacks giving me a shield, 12% of the damage, and then takedowns give you an extra shield. So it's really helpful, obviously fighting people who have big health bars and in team fights. Let's see if we'll jump on her. I really should have used my pacifier there, but I kind of forgot that I had gotten it. So I ended up using my right click, which is, it's fine anyways. He did steal that from me though. I tried to take that from him, but he he took it. It's alright. I wouldn't have felt bad for stealing that. He stole my counter skill. Their duo lane is really struggling, and they're throwing a fit right now. Alright, so we'll grab this camp. They're just having a rough time. Alright. I'm gonna go back, build some more of this, and then see if I can't go over there. Oh, yeah. Let's see where they're at.
Enemy tower under attack. Enemy towers destroyed.
So they push back. Gideon's actually doing a decent job of trying to assist on them. Bellica's really struggling, so I feel like Murdoch isn't holding his own.
I can call.
Oh, okay. Need to support these guys. We got a low Sevrog. Gonna ult on Grux, but obviously prioritize Sevrog because he's low. Ult Countess. Stole that, but I don't care. He stole mine before. She's just gonna get away, that's fine. So I did use that C, what I have bound to see, my pacifier, which obviously gives me a leap, but it empowers my next basic attack, which I used to end up killing, was the Grux that was stuck in the Gideon ult? Whoever I stole that kill of. If she was closer, I could have chained it, because obviously it gives it, if you get a kill within 6 seconds of using it, it gives it back to you for 10 seconds, so it's really amazing for like team fights where you might have a few people that are low, just empowering, and just chaining off of it. So we need to get that fangtooth. That number 3 fangtooth is so powerful. My team's great, they support me. I can solo these fangtooth, even the higher ones. But obviously it's like a split second to do it with a team. Okay. It's just Drongo right now. Murdoch's in mid for some reason instead of supporting I don't know what the hell he's doing in mid.
Under attack.
I mean, Gideon's with us, but it's like Murdoch doesn't know what he's doing. Maybe we can flank around. Fuck him up. Oh. Gotta help Gideon. Okay, I got the stun with the ult. I try to dip. Perfect example of why to save the leap in that situation, because if I would have used it to jump on him, I wouldn't have had it when he blinked out.
Heroic.
So, use my C to get on her. Cleanse. There we go. It wasn't with 10 seconds, so I didn't get my pacifier back, which is fine though.
Enemy has fallen.
We took 3 of them. Sevarog's in the other lane, so it's just Drongo, which is okay.
Rises.
I need to go back by my item. Keep an eye out. Alright, so we're going to start our Ashbringer, which obviously is the physical power, but it also has the attack speed, critical chance, and the ability haste. Obviously I love attack speed because it's just at a base level, super useful. It's a little bit less important with Khai because he has that Q, so if I can really prioritize ability haste, then I can get that Q a lot quicker and I max out my attack speed. So I really try to physical power and critical chance and ability haste are in my mind something, the like main things I prioritize. Lifesteal and Omnivamp are fantastic though as well, because oftentimes I can go against people who have way bigger health bars than I do. So we'll clear this wave. Gideon is here. I try not to steal minions from people, but trying to push up this wave since they took our tower. Try and take this tower. They're fighting in duo lane. I'm pretty confident I can get this down before anybody shows up. We'll see. I feel bad leaving them, but I really want to... I'm already here, so I might as well try and prioritize this. Get out up here. And that's why I put that there. Sevarog popped up. I knew he would. Alright, use my pacifier as a blink to sort of break some ankles. He's gonna chase me. We'll ult on him. Okay. He's struggling. Awesome. Countess is on me. I'm like 40%. I don't want to take that fight if I don't have to. Yeah, she's... Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna hope to God I can get out of here. Richter and her. I'm not winning that. That sucks. That sucks. It's okay. First death. First death, almost 22 minutes in. I'm okay with that. So we almost have enough for Ashbringer. Check out what Gideon's doing. See what everybody's building. Gideon.
Enemy has fallen.
Fangtooth. Obviously, I'm gonna help them. They're low. Just
Killing spree.
they got her 3-on-1. Do they? Are we really gonna let her go? Where'd she go? Okay, Countess. What you doing, my girl? Oh. Breaking ankles!
Enemy towers.
Ooh, this girl. She's got movement. I'll give her that. This is the second fight that I've had where, like, I really have to pay attention. She's good with those blinks and the, her Q ability. Going in and out. Let me grab this fangtooth. This will be 4. I don't think I can test this. Nice. Oh, Victor popped up. Oh, they're here. Yeah. Awesome. Gideon's he's really consistent with those ults. He's doing a good job with that.
Unstoppable.
Really solid gameplay. Don't steal my jungle.
Your skill
Alright.
rises.
I have enough. Finish up that Ashbringer build. So I really focused the first 3. I usually do Mutilator, Kingsbane, Ashbringer, and then from there I kind of adjust to who I'm playing against. If I'm really struggling against a particular person, sort of account for that. So a lot of times I'll go Salvation, which I think is super awesome. Obviously the shield at under 40%, and then the Omni Vamp. But I'll probably build Draconum just for that extra armor. It also gives that physical power, which I love. Obviously, always building. Okay, so I see that I'm gonna clear this wave really quick. It's pushed up a little too high for my comfort level and nobody's nearby, so that easily would have ended up, yeah. So this wave would have pushed it onto our tower and no one would have been there. It's already halfway. So I'm gonna push with this wave, try and get it onto their tower. If nobody shows up, I'll say. Might be able to clear this on my own. We'll just see once I get up there. Looks like we're okay right now. Get some damage on this tower. Got another wave showing up, but I got this tower. She might follow me. I'm ready. Yeah, Grux is here. I do like to, just past the jungle wall, I'll like sit right outside of it with my ult ready, because obviously, Khaimera's ult only has it's like a radius in front of him, and if you're behind him, it doesn't stun, and it's basically wasted. So I try to have them walk right into me. I didn't mean to hit E, okay. It's wasted at that point, so I really try to come up with ways where I can get people in front of me where they're maybe not expecting it. And passing if you're running from somebody, they often don't expect you to be like sitting right there ready to ult on them. Sometimes I feel like they just expect you to just run. So I've had it play in my favor quite often. I have a lot of gold, so telling them back up. We really don't need to take that fight right now. So I'm gonna build the Draconum. Draconum? Yeah. Something like that. So they're all still like that mid off-lane jungle space, that upper.
Enemy towers destroyed.
This wave is pushed back since I took that tower. Try and clear it up so that the minions can push onto the inhibitor, and I don't have to, I can just let them go. Yeah, there's a lot of fighting in that duo lane. I need to go support.
An ally has perished.
Gonna try and call him over here. Murdoch is having such a hard time. I don't want to take this 3v1 though. Again, we'll ward that so we know when they're walking in that junction. Fangtooth's up. I have both my smites, and obviously I have help, so I'll use a smite just to get that extra damage on pretty early. I'm not worried about them stealing it. I have another one. I'm gonna go back to get that armor. Fortified mantle. Doing pretty good here. Seeing where everybody's at. I see Sevarog starting to push down off lane, so I'm gonna keep an eye on him.
Your power grows.
Try and push this wave up. Yeah, he's by himself. We're gonna go bully him. Feel a little bad, not really. Where can the Sevrog be? He done diggity dip. Oh, they try to grab him. He's gotta be over here. Yup. Come here. Oh, he tried to root. You missed it, my boy. Yeah.
An enemy has fallen.
He did not try to take that fight at all, really. Like, until he got low and he kind of had to. Like, I mean, he did kind of try to root me, but I felt like he was just trying to run the whole time. And I'm not really sure what the hell he was doing. This is here. Yeah. Let's get that wave cleared so we can push up with it. If they want to do Prime, we could. But I'm gonna build. I'm just gonna go back and get this. Oh, they moved it. I mean, realistically, you should prioritize Orb Prime. I mean, we had 3 of them down. If you win a big team fight, it's good to, like, obviously win a big team fight, go get Prime. But we're kind of broke. Not broke, but we're split up. There we go. Oh, I was trying to bully Sevarog, but Calnus is there. Let's see. Oh, she went the other way, so maybe we can still get him. Wherever he went. Oh yeah, he's up. Yeah, he's up there. So we'll clear this wave so we can get up on the inhibitor. They're obviously the duo lane's pushing. We got left lane pushing up, which gives me and Gorux a chance. Oh, Gideon as well. A good chance to push up on this right side.
An enemy inhibitor is under.
So I'm gonna go straight for tower. Get some damage on it. Get out of there. Yeah, so we have the minis. Inhibitor's down. Nice. Yeah, they're done. Nice! Yay! That was a good game.